Around too much, go ahead and... Perfect. He's thinking about being nice and tall. He's squeezing. Good. So this is again in position. This is Juni Cho.
Hey guys.
He's from the South Korean surf team. He and I are fortunate to be here at Hollow Trees Resort. How good is this camp?
So good.
So good.
Just so good.
200 meters that way is HTs. So core training. You can do this anywhere. You don't need a gym. We've got some straps and we've got a body. We're going to go through anti-rotation, core stiffness and stability, getting into dynamic rotational work because you're a surfer, you're a human. This guy rips, needs to be able to move dynamically. First we need to find a good neutral back position. So first push spine all the way to the ceiling. Good, now push up. Good, so that's too much flexion. Now go all the way to the ground. Too much extension. We want to be right neutral. Good. So bring back just a little. Good. So hip right over knee, shoulder right over hand. This is core stiffness, not an ab burn. What you're going to feel is the core pelvic muscles stiffening, stabilizing the spine. Show what you're going to do.
Yeah. Think
of balancing a glass of water or a shot of tequila or a glass of wine, whatever.
Yeah.
Nothing moves. Barely lift this hand off of ground and barely lift this knee off of the ground. So he's just put a big rotational force through the spine. It's harder than it looks, isn't it? Good, back down. Nothing moves. Other side. Good, no movement. Awesome. What you usually see when people do this, go ahead and relax, is they rotate side to side or they bend up, bend down. You want to do that for 10-second holds, at least 6 reps per side because you're trying to build endurance and all these little stabilizing muscles throughout the core and spine. Spinal stabilization, that's what your core is for. And as a surfer, you then begin to move more dynamically into rotational forces. So we glass of water, nothing moves. Push legs straight back, reach straight out with arm. Perfect. Go thumb to the ceiling for me.
Yeah.
Yes, right there.
Okay.
Nothing moves. Bring this up a little higher towards my tapping. Right there, good. You feel abs are tighter now?
Yeah.
And then back under. Nothing moves. Other side. Don't move. Good, there we go. So when people do this, they lift up. Don't think of lifting up, think of reaching out, where fingertips and top of the head are away from the butt. Back under. You'll see that referred to as a bird dog or a horse stance. 10-second holds again. We're looking for time under tension. So now we go into a Renegade Row. Go into push-up position. You're going to take your feet wider than your hips.
Yeah.
Again, stiffness. I want you to, in this position, cough. You will feel your abs stiffen. That's the type of stiffness. Good work, man. So now, right hand taps left shoulder.
Yeah.
Nothing moves. Good, don't move. Everything is having to brace. Bring your feet closer together. So this is what people will do. Go ahead and tap. See how much he has to shift. He is not resisting rotations. He is not stabilizing the spine. So you need to take your feet wide enough to where nothing moves. This progresses to where he has dumbbells in each hand and is a Renegade Row. So do a couple more shoulder taps.
Yeah.
This is actually a really good drill to get the core going just before a surf. Awesome. So that's the ground-based work, anti-rotation. And then we start building into more progressive movement because on a surfboard, you need to move. Most people first need to learn how to coordinate core contractions. Again, it's not just the abs. Come into kneeling position. So these are some power stroke chords, really good for travel. We're going to now do some pal-off presses. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Start to brace the abs, press straight out. Good, and then back in. 2 to 3 second pauses, resisting the pull. This is an anti-rotation exercise. Go ahead and reach out. The band wants to pull him this way. All the core muscles have to engage. As he presses out, he doesn't change position. He doesn't reach head forward. He doesn't hyperextend. Everything is stacked. Tight butt, tight abs. Perfect. So now we progress this into a half kneeling position.
Yeah.
Our time on a surfboard is basically in a lunge pattern. So now we're working on core control, stability, anti-rotation in a lunge pattern. Same thing, Cho. Perfect. A little harder than the last one, yeah?
Yeah. It's okay.
Perfect. 2 to 3 second holds, 8 to 10 rep range. So now we're going to add rotational movement. Relax, take a couple breaths. People skip stability and stiffness and go right into movement. They don't have the ability to stabilize the spine, they're not getting adequate core function, and they move into dynamic core work. It slowly degrades spine disc health, right? So now, half kneeling position, angled kind of that way. So now we're going to start going into a chop pattern. Yep. Good. And back. And now chop a little further. Good. And we're going to limit rotation in the pelvis. We're not going to let pelvis move around too much. Go ahead and... Perfect. He's thinking about being nice and tall. He's squeezing his butt. Abs are tight. Good. The neck, go ahead and take a couple breaths. And I want you to do 2 or 3 reps and move a little faster.
Okay.
So as we get able to control stiffness and bracing, we start to increase the speed. There we go. Good, 2 more, quicker, on my clap. Boom, yep, boom. See, we can increase the complexity of the movement. Woo. Awesome. So now we progress to standing because you need to be able to stand on a surfboard. So first, what we call a static chop. So kind of good squat position.
Yeah.
What he's going to do is not go knees forward. He's going to also push the butt back a bit. Yeah, hip swing. So the chop will come from high to low with not much leg movement. This stays pretty still. Perfect. So now we are integrating the rotational core work into a standing position. So again, 8 to 12 reps.
Yeah.
Perfect. So now we start to incorporate a full lateral lunge. Now we're getting much more dynamic, much more functional carryover to the sport. Any type of athleticism that involves rotation, this is a great movement. Go for it, Cho.
Yeah.
And if you need to, go ahead and step further that way if you need it. Yeah, perfect. Good. Cho has trained with me for quite a bit. He's really efficient with these. When you first start working on these, slow it down. And then you can increase speed as you get better. Chop, boom, boom, good. Breather for a second. We're gonna get more dynamic, and we're gonna add full hip rotation as well. Good. So this is again integrating movement into a more dynamic pattern. Cho, you're a legend. Rest, man. Train your core smart, functionally. It feels good, right?
So good.
Rotational training for the surfer, it's more than just abs. Check out surfstrengthcoach.com if you dig it. Check out Junie Cho, Instagram, Facebook. Watch for him in the Olympics, right?
See you, Dad.
Buddy. Take care.
Have fun.
Phew!